Um, this movie should have been rated R. So guys, I just got done watching Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, and let me just say, if you are a fan of the MCU, spoilers, you might as well watch Venom, because this movie was filled with action. It was filled with carnage. It was filled with a whole lot of crazy blood. Not bloodshed, because the movie was rated PG-13, which is why I said this movie should have been rated R. Because here's the thing: if you're gonna bring in carnage in a Venom movie, the movie should be rated R, not PG-13. Because if you want to show Carnage in all of his glory, there should be bloodshed everywhere. There should be bloodshed everywhere. So I truly believe that Sony did make a mistake when they wanted to make this show more kid friendly, even though there are some rated R Marvel movies out there. For them to not make Carnage rated R and have like bloodshed all over the place, which there was, it's kind of disrespectful to Carnage for how crazy Carnage is. Here's my take on the movie. Okay, here's how I started. The whole movie first started with Cletus Cassidy, you know, the character being played by Woody Harrelson. The movie basically started with him. Started him in prison. Him being him telling his story to Eddie, you know, or AKA Venom. It started off like that, and it started off like just Cletus or Woody giving off these cryptic messages about how he got to the point where he was, and some dead bodies that he may have placed somewhere that apparently Eddie ain't getting the message from. So most of the time when the police was trying to find out where some of the dead bodies that Cletus Cassidy buried, they was going nowhere. So they brought in Eddie, and them not knowing that Venom was still in his body. So what Venom did is that while Eddie was done, you know, getting the life story of Cletus Cassidy, Venom told Eddie to look in his chamber, look in his cell. So when Eddie looked in the cell, there was messages, cryptic messages everywhere where Eddie, well, apparently wasn't getting the full-fledged story, but Venom did, which shows that Venom is pretty intelligent to some standards. But Eddie was kind of drawing a blank. Then, when Venom was pretty much figuring out all the clues about where some of the dead bodies might be, and Eddie gave the info to the police, right? So the police found the bodies. Eddie got interrogated. He got a lot of money out of it, and Cletus Cassidy was being put on the death row, and that pissed them off tremendously. So with that being said, this whole they tried. I think some people tried to depict Venom as a dumb character, but then this movie just showed that Venom is pretty intelligent. After that whole Cletus is being charged with the whole death row arc, some parts come up to show that where Eddie and Venom have been going through with their entire life since the first movie, which they're pretty much in a they need counseling. That's all I can say about that, because these two are butting heads tremendously. Venom wants to eat people. Eddie's saying, no, you can't do that because that's not who we are. That's not who I am. But then, they go back and forth, find over control of the body. Freaking Eddie's telling Venom, like, yo, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be this, you wouldn't be that. And Venom going about saying, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be doing this and doing that. You wouldn't be pretty getting all this fame right now because you was a reject, you was a loser until I came in. You would not be a hero. So those two had a tremendous feud, and they ended up breaking apart for a quick second, not quick second, for like a day or two. So they end up breaking apart. Eddie is having a sigh of relief, a peace of mind finally that Venom is not in his head. Just straight nagging him all the time about what he should be doing or what they should be doing. So after Venom leaves, first off, he smashes Eddie's motorcycle. So that pissed him off. He destroys his motorcycle. He smashes stuff in his house. For some reason, Venom brought home some chickens for no reason, and Venom's insatiable hunger keeps on getting the better of him. Like he needs some brains to feast on. He can't just keep on eating substitutes because that is not good enough for Venom. So Eddie, he gets in a feud with Eddie about his nourishments, and he's saying, no, you can't do that. We're heroes. You can't be eating bad guys. Eddie's, Venom's talking about people who wouldn't care. Eddie says, yes, they would. So for some reason, Cletus wants to have a conversation with Eddie only. He only wants Eddie to tell a story. So he's asking the police department to have Eddie only interview him, tell his story and all that stuff. And the police is like, yo, why him? Why Eddie when we have other guys here? And Cletus is like, I have a certain connection with Eddie. So, and then there's some stuff going on about Eddie and his ex-girlfriend. It's not really a main part of the story for real. It's just there just to be there, to have some kind of emotional feel for Eddie or something like that. But most of that is just not even really. It's not really a big part of the movie. So just to move on from that, Eddie's second visit to Cletus before he gets put on death row. So they go. So Cletus and Eddie do a little bit of talking. Cletus talks about more to the story than what Eddie is probably putting on, or what Eddie is thinking about, because when Eddie published some of Cletus' story, he apparently left out some stuff that irritated Cletus to a certain extent. So when he asked him to come here for a second visit, Cletus got more personal with how Eddie is. And so Cletus ends up disrespecting Eddie. He disrespected his family, his ex-girlfriend, his dad, all that stuff. And Venom was not having none of it. So Venom ended up grabbing Cletus through the cell cages, and then Cletus took a bite out of Eddie's finger. And then when Cletus took a bite and tasted Eddie's blood, he said, "This is not the type of blood that I've tasted. This is not blood. What are you, Eddie?" And then after that, we start seeing speckles in his finger. Talk about, yo, here comes another strain of symbiote that Cletus is apparently in favor for. So after the whole thing went down, Eddie and Venom went at it. They was arguing back and forth. Venom decided to split apart, go around his own way. Apparently Venom was going to like parties or some crazy shit or something like that. He was going to parties, trying to be his own free will, his own free person. But at the same time, he was still missing Eddie. He wanted to be a part of Eddie. And while all this is going on, there's also another part of the story where Cletus apparently when he was in the mental institute, he had like some girlfriend that he said that him and her, they had like a real serious relationship. They was very intimate with each other, and she also had special abilities. She also had some type of special abilities, some powerful shriek to what you see with Black Canary type shit. She had that that type of ability, and Cletus was still mad about a couple of things that his family did. So that was his main motivation for why he killed, because of the trauma that he went through from his family. And after that, and after a couple, some parts went past, showing like Cletus's girlfriend and all that stuff. And then let's get to the part where Cletus was being put on death row. So with the way they did this is that they did the whole 4 or 5 chemicals thing. So they brought in the family of the victims that Cletus has murdered or mutilated. So with this part, after they got done doing the injections, for somehow those injections end up empowering the red symbiote in Cletus's body, and when that happened, the red symbiote in Cletus's body woke up and it started going off on everybody. This got when I tell you that this movie should have been rated R, this movie should have been rated R, because they wasted so much potential for Carnage of all people. Carnage. Doing that whole him being put on death row and him basically doing a whole prison break, or damaging the prison, massacring all the police guards, some of the inmates, eating the head off the warden. They should have added more bloodshed to this, because if you want to introduce Carnage in this fashion, what he is bringing Carnage to everything, they should have made it more graphic, more graphic content, because it was wasted potential of how you guys bring in Carnage and he does in all this, but it's wasted potential. So moving on. So Cletus and Carnage are out there searching for Eddie. But first, Cletus said to Carnage, "Yo, I want to go get my girl first. That's what I want to do. Let me go get my girl first." He said, "Okay, let's go do that." So now he basically goes around just starts killing people. He stole a dude's clothes that ate his head off, and then he stole some other dude's red old school Cadillac or whatever that car was. So after he did that, he went to this gas station and basically killed this freaking the station clerk. Did some kind of thing where Carnage can just hack into some systems or some shit, because all Carnage needed to do was hack into a computer and he could automatically just log into like FBI headquarters to show where where Cletus's girlfriend was. Yeah, I know it's crazy as well that Carnage apparently has the power to do that. So after they do all that, Eddie finds out that Cletus has broken out of prison, and the police. And with Venom still not being a part of Eddie, he's being pretty scared. He's like thinking like, yo, maybe Cletus might come after me. And then he ends up hearing a knock on the door, right? So he gets a little frightened, and he goes to the door, open it. Comes to find out it's one of the police guys that apparently in a flashback shot Cletus's girlfriend. So now. And that cop just assumed that she was dead, but in actuality, she was in some type of some type of freaking height of some freaking a freaking hardened facility for the more special people, because Cleese's girlfriend, like I said, I already said in the video, she had that freaking powerful screech that apparently nobody could contain. So after Cletus and Carnage find out where Cletus's girlfriend was, they go there, starts creating hella carnage, killing everybody, breaks his girlfriend out. And after that whole reunion they had, they did a little kiss here, little peck here. They freaking went off on the police, because when the police came in, Carnage just started destroying everything. So I'm cool with Carnage being a very Carnage person. I am. But like I said, it's not graphic enough for me. It needs to be more graphic. So Carnage and Cletus's girlfriend does all this crazy things. You know, they police there. They kill the police. They blow up the police. But when Cletus's girlfriend does like a little screech, it kind of pisses off Carnage, and Carnage is saying, "Yo, I'm gonna kill her if she does it again." And Cletus is pleading with Carnage like, "Yo, don't hurt her, don't hurt her." So they escape. They go out to plan some kind of wedding. They end up burning down the cathedral not the cathedral, the mental institute that apparently they was placed in, saying like, yo, they can't keep us trapped anymore and stuff like that. And then they all of a sudden plan that they wedding, and they want to have 3 guests there: Venom, Carnage, and the cop that shot Cletus's girlfriend. So after that whole thing, Eddie is in a police station being interrogated by the police, because all of a sudden they think that he has something to do with Eddie breaking out, because not Eddie, that Eddie has something to do with Cletus breaking out of prison, because Eddie was the only person that Cletus wanted to talk to. He wanted to, like, you know, tell him his story. He's like, yo, give out cryptic messages. The police was interrogating Eddie, saying like, yo, if you have anything to do with this, tell us right now, or if there's something you want to tell us, just tell us. Eddie said like, yo, I got nothing to tell you. I'm just giving you what I know. So when he's being interrogated, he realizes like, yo, when Cletus took a bite out of Eddie, he has some type of worry, some type of anguish going on in the system. Like, yo, did I do this? This is my fault. I should never let this happen. That was what was going on. And Eddie and Venom is still off in the city somewhere, just trying to be his own person, but it's not. But it's still not working. And he does want to go back to Eddie, and he's losing his energy for not feeding on brains, or not being with a compatible person. And when Eddie's old girlfriend, and so Eddie brought forth his ex-girlfriend, I forgot her name, sorry, saying like, yo, I'm in jail, I'm in the police station right now, I need your help. So she gets to the police station. They talk about how, yo, the ex-girlfriend talk about, yo, if you do something, just tell the police. He's like, yo, I cannot tell it how it is, because this is my fault, and Cletus has a part of the symbiote in his system right now. So he tells his ex that Venom is still out there somewhere, and she needs to find him, because Carnage will be coming after Eddie and Venom, and if they're both not together, they could be at a very huge disadvantage. So after, you know, Eddie's ex-girlfriend finds Venom, she takes him back to the police station for Eddie to get back in his system, and they end up breaking out of the police station. And then they did this whole part where freaking Venom wants an apology from Eddie. Eddie tries his best to like get on Venom's good side, and at that time Venom was like, no, I ain't taking it. And then his ex-girlfriend saying, yo, you need to do a little bit better than that. Even though I don't know why that would matter if the ex-girlfriend was nothing to do with Eddie for real. She's mainly interested in freaking Venom. To be quite honest with you, she's not interested in Eddie. She's interested in Venom. Yeah, it's crazy, I know. So after that whole part, they end up Venom and Eddie end up going out trying to find Carnage, and Carnage tells Cletus's girlfriend to go find Eddie and go find Venom. What she does, she's successful in doing it. She finds Eddie's ex-girlfriend. She finds the cop that Carnage ends up finding the cop that shot Eddie's girlfriend in the face. And then all of a sudden they at this cathedral to like actually exchange their vows so they could be married. Some crazy thing like that. Then after that, Dan, the girlfriend that's now apparently engaged with Eddie's ex, he ends up being, I don't even know why he's a part of this movie. He was mainly in this movie for like 5 minutes, so I don't get it. So this whole the girl and the freaking cop end up getting kidnapped by Cletus Carnage and Cletus's girlfriend. They do this whole ceremony thing to be married, but when the priest was giving out the speech to be married, Venom and Eddie just barged in to like ready to fight. But then Carnage comes out and says, "Yo, what's up, father?" It kind of freaked out Venom for a bit because he said it's a rare symbiote, a pretty dangerous trait. And that he ends up doing the whole Hawk thing. He doesn't want to. He goes back in. He doesn't want to come out. And he's trying to get him like, yo. I need you right now. I need you. What are you doing? I need you right now. Come out. Venom saying, no, I ain't coming out because I don't want to get my ass beat. And lo and behold, that's what happened. Venom gets his ass beat bad by Carnage in the entirety of this fight. The entirety of this fight, Carnage had a major advantage when it comes to being more ruthless and just being more stronger. What had happened with this fight is that, I mean, it was pretty action packed. It was. Venom was getting a couple licks in. Carnage was getting some licks in, but during the majority of the fight, Carnage had a pretty advantage during this his whole fight. Carnage was pretty much beating everybody ass in the part where Venom and Carnage was having a showdown. Carnage was getting the advantage. Venom was feeling pretty weak. Cletus was going after Eddie for not telling his story right, calling him a fake journalist. He's saying, yo, the reason I'm doing this is because I was abused by my grandma, by my mother, and by my father. Though that's the part that you apparently left out. So that ends up pissing off Cletus the most, and nothing else, because what Eddie did was basically fabricate Cletus' story. I'm not fabricate. Pretty much altered it a bit to like appease the readers more, because apparently nobody doesn't want to hear the whole. he was abused, so that's why he's doing this. Eddie just basically did the whole, he's killing people because he's just plain old crazy and nothing else, and that end up getting on Cletus Cassidy's nerves. So after that whole thing went about, the bell in the cathedral went off, ended up hurting both Carnage and Venom because Venom because the symbiote is really weak to fire and high pitched noises. And while the bell was going off, Cletus and Eddie in the going back to the human forms, they took it out there with Cletus also getting the upper hand because again Cletus is more ruthless than Eddie. So they continue doing this fight, and the whole time Venom was weak. Carnage was about to kill Eddie's ex-girlfriend. Apparently he still loves, and Venom, with all the strength he had left, was saying, "Yo, we can't let him do this. We have to keep doing this." Which Eddie's like, "Yo, yeah, let's go do this." With that whole story, with that whole fight going up, with Venom being weak, Venom had no choice but to like create a high pitched sound with Cletus's girlfriend because even during the fight, Cletus and Carnage could not see eye to eye because Carnage wanted to kill Cletus's girlfriend. Cletus was like, "No, I won't let you do it." They was not compatible with each other. They was on two different objectives, and that gave Eddie and Venom the opportunity to capitalize on the situation. And so Venom used Cletus's girlfriend to make a high pitched scream, which severely damaged Carnage. It severely damaged Carnage, but at the same time damaged Venom. But while they was on the top of the cathedral, freaking Cletus's girlfriend did that high pitched screech, destroyed the whole freaking building, and Venom and Carnage end up coming down. While with Carnage and Cletus and Venom and Eddie being separated from the whole high pitch because of the high pitched noise, and Eddie gets saved by the two supporting characters that's apparently there, and then Cletus is all by himself. Nobody's there to help him. So that gave Venom and Eddie the opportunity to stop Carnage. Venom ended up eating Carnage. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. He ended up eating Carnage, and he ends up apparently getting stronger because of it. And then Cletus tries to confide with Eddie, saying like, "Yo, I never wanted to like attack you. I just wanted to be your friend." And Venom was like, "Nope," and just ate his head. So that's the end of Cletus right there, and we probably would not see no more Carnage at all. So what got me the most was the ending, because apparently Venom and Eddie was going out on vacation to like try to get away from people, try to relax a little bit, and then after the first part of the credits ended, apparently Venom and Eddie get sent off to another universe, like the MC universe. So guys, if you guys have been putting up with this kind of lackluster movie review, you would see that the freaking Venom is now coming to the MCU, and Venom is gonna be in Spider-Man Far From Home. If you guys just thought it was about the freaking apparently 3 Spider-Mans, which I'm still not thinking it might happen. No, it's gonna be Spider-Man, Venom, and one movie in the MCU. Tom Hardy and Tom Holland, Spider-Man and Venom are going to be in the same movie. Spider-Man: Far From Home, which is coming in December. I think of Christmas. So on the Disney Plus. I think it's Disney Plus. It may be coming to movie theaters first, then Disney Plus. So guys, it is official now. Venom is now a part of the MCU. So guys, if you guys have been thinking about passing over Spider-Man: Far From Home, don't, because I was honestly thinking about passing it until I saw Venom and they was bringing Venom in the MCU, which I'll say, about damn time, because the MCU is not dead now. Because there was some shows that there was some things in the MCU right now that I've been saying like, yo, it's kind of whack. I ain't trying to watch this. But now that I'm seeing that Venom is going to be in MCU, I'm now intrigued. I'm ready to see where they gonna go with this. I am. So guys, if you guys, like I said, if you guys have been putting up with this lackluster video review, I would highly recommend that you guys would go see Venom 2. And also, I'm pretty sure I did put spoilers at the beginning of the video. So guys, go watch the movie, because it's definitely a lot better than what I sound like. I'm sorry, it's a lot more better than how I made it sound. And like I said, this movie should have been rated R. This movie should have been rated R for Carnage and himself. This movie should have been rated R. It really should. Sony had a great potential here to cause real bloodshed and get a real big R-rated view. They already did it with Deadpool. I don't see why they couldn't do it with freaking Carnage here. Wasted a pretty good movie. Just a wasted opportunity for a rated R viewing. So guys, if you guys like what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube and subscribe to my Rumble channel, because like I said, YouTube is pretty authoritarian. It's pretty authoritarian, and it sucks. So, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.